Obviously,
it's the perfect delivery from Zampa. No worries there, half and half. This is looking close.
Is on the line. It's on the line. It's on the line. It's on the line. I'm afraid it's on the line. Is there any part that's grounded behind the crease? So they'll probably have to zoom in to see if there's a little bit grounded behind the crease. On the line's not good enough. That's a good angle actually. It's still on its movement up. Does it come back in time? Is there some part inside? Is there some part inside? It's a game of millimeters.
Tell us, Harsha.
Kumar Dharmasena will very soon.
You were the third umpire watching this. What's your decision, Harsha?
My decision is put me in the commentator's box. I'm not sure. My gut feel is there isn't something behind. It could just be a millimeter really, but something has to be grounded behind.
This is the angle. This is the view. And I'm glad I'm not up there making this decision. It's a tight one, isn't it?
I think I know what's coming. And India lose another to an excellent piece of bowling by Adam Zampa, who's turned this match around in the middle overs. We talk so often about taking wickets in the middle overs, but India are crumbling now here. India have lost Jadeja for a duck. It's 132 for 6.
Yeah, and Jadeja, the one-day batsman, still not quite contributing with the bat. Something that India must make note of. Jadeja gone for a duck. It's 132 for 6.
सर वो प्लेन की डील का क्या हुआ? सर तैमूर के बारे में आपकी क्या राय है? सर काला धन वापस?
अरे काला धन कहाँ से वापस लाएंगे जी? सब बोलने की बातें हैं। 15 लाख बोला था ना, कटा के 12 लाख भी वापस आ गए ना, मूंछें मुड़वा लूंगा।
लेकिन सर हमारे अकाउंट में तो पूरे पैसे आ गए। Instagram.com से आए हैं ना, FX पर मार्जिन भी नहीं लगा और पैसे भी नहीं कटे।
सर आपके अकाउंट में पूरे पैसे आ चुके हैं।
मूंछें कटेंगी पर पैसे नहीं। Instagram.com देता है 0 मार्जिन FX रिस्क ताकि आपको मिले मोर। साइन अप नाउ।
सर मूंछें
चलो
A 6 down, 132. India in a spot of bother, a massive spot of bother. There's a big hush around the ground. People have already started walking away. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, the new man in. That best score, 53 unbeaten, was in the company of MSD. What an over. Double wicket made it. 132 for 6.
Viju bhaiya, one day I'll play for the Indian cricket team. Promise.
Chico, from that day I'll give you a rupee for every run that you'll make. Pakka? Promise, man.
Viju bhaiya, you never forget your promise, huh?
Chico, even if you score 1,000,000 runs, I'll still keep my promise.
Send any amount from anywhere to India in just 3 clicks.
Remit to India. Promises come home.
It's been a quick 3-week tour for Australia. The first 2 T20s in Vizag and Bengaluru. Went Australia's way, and then the first 2 ODIs, Hyderabad and Nagpur, won handsomely by India. And then what a comeback. What a comeback in Ranchi. What a comeback in Mohali to have that record chase. And even today, 140 or 125 with just 4 wickets in hand, Australia have done the Bjorn Borg of tennis.
India definitely bounced back in that first one, didn't they, Karthik? The second one was a little more hotly contended though. And then it's been Australia's way. This is the last wicket we're watching here. What a piece of glove work as well from Carey. Fast as you like, not MS Dhoni like, must be said, but really good take. Fabulous piece of bowling. Been good, really good, Zamps. It's amazing how a spin bowler can hold his thoughts together as well.
Yes, he bowled googly. Didn't pick that one. Jadeja played for the ball turning into him. That should be a boundary. Maybe not. Yes, it is.
It's going back to Adam Zampa. Maxwell dropped Rohit Sharma. Pretty easy catch. Could be excused for just dropping his bundle a little bit, Zampa, but no way. He got straight back into the fight. And that shows what sort of individual he is. Not frail whatsoever. Good fighting spirit, good attitude. That's been a good fight, full stop, hasn't it? For the last 7 days, Australia have been a different unit. Watched them closely in and around the group, and they've been really happy spending time together, and they're getting the results because of it. It's the end of the over, 138 for 6.
क्या बिजू भैया? Give me time to remove my pads at least.
Promises are best delivered at the earliest, bro.
तू तो मेरे से भी तेज हो गया यार.
Immediate money transfer in just 3 clicks. So your promises always arrive on time.
Remit to India. Promises come home.
Zoning in. He's been zoning into the stumps. Adam Zampa. 3 for 32. Aaron Finch. You have to give a lot of credit to the leader as well. The other games, every time a bowler has been hit or drifted down the leg side, he's just so calm. He's himself been battling his form. Came back to form. There's been no extra celebration from Finch. And even when the wicket fell, you know it was an important wicket. They are on the brink of a victory. Look how calm and collected Aaron Finch is around the group.
Come on, Zobi. Come on, Zobi.
MS Dhoni, like you could say.
Get that. Hold on.
And look at the confidence of Adam Zampa now. He's tossing the ball up, inviting the drive earlier on. Just a little worried about being hit for a 6, so he dropped a few short and was taken for runs. Now he's pitching the ball on a leg. There it is.
Looking ahead to the World Cup, Cardi, just to pick up your point, is that Aaron Finch will most definitely be captain of the World Cup squad. So Australia's really leaning on him to be that cool, calm leader. Smith not able to captain his country.
Catch it.
For another year. It's going to be absolutely critical to the success of the Australian group. But I suppose the other thing is, Sonny, as captain, it's not just about you, right? Like, you have to be in a position to marshal your troops, sure, but there has to be 3 or 4 other players in the group that do a similar type job.
That is true. They take the load off you, because it's not often not always that a captain can go to an underperforming player and say anything. But some of the senior players take that responsibility, put some confidence in that underperforming player, and make a difference. Another good over this from Zampa, 139 for 6.
अरे विजू भैया, I scored 78. You transferred 79 rupees.
I transferred 78 only, Chiku, but Remit to India gave me a better exchange rate.
क्या बात है भैया?
Exchange rates guaranteed to make you smile every time you send money home.
Remit to India. Promises come home.
Zobi.
Nathan Lyon from the media end, 1 for 22. He's been brilliant as well. The spin twins weaving some magic. Gone for 46 runs in their 9 overs. Sorry, in their 14 overs, 55 runs in their 14 overs, 4 wickets.
Temperament at this level is everything. You just can't beat it. This is the first drop catch, a tough one for Carey. Reaction catch. This one, a screaming soda. Maxwell is brilliant with the ball, with catches. Just let himself down there, let his team down, but not Zampa. He stayed with it. No one means to drop a catch, but it's very hard to see any effort going forward when you start to lose your temperament, lose your ability to be able to stay in the game.
Okay, Jadav's the kind of player who knows exactly where the fielders are.
Come on, guy. Come on,
He's played it off the wicket-keeper's gloves almost. Played it away from that fielder, just a little bit short. He's got a boundary. Taken a little bit of the pressure off.
I think that's also what makes Nathan Lyon such a marvellous test bowler, and now we're seeing some of his fine work here in this ODI. Just that ability to be able to stay in the moment, stay in the zone, just execute the 80% of things that you do best. The must-haves, not the nice-to-haves. The nice-to-haves come with confidence. I think when India look back at this series, they'll look at it and think, oh, maybe there was a little missed opportunity there. We took our eye off the ball. We took our eye off the prize, which is trying to win every game for your country. Projecting forward into situations like the World Cup is dangerous. Gets us talking about the wrong thing. You see Kohli, for example, moving back down to 4 when his bedrock performance is 3. You get Raidu, who's questioning whether he's involved in the team at 4 or not. The distraction around KL Rahul. Get Chahar sitting there. It's been brilliant for India. I wonder whether all 3 of those in a row, what they're thinking right now, leading into this World Cup. End of the over, 146 for 6.
अरे कौन देता है आजकल किसी भी चीज की गारंटी? ना आलू के भाव की गारंटी, ना पेट्रोल के भाव की गारंटी, ना रोटी कपड़ा मकान की गारंटी। और ये देखिए, ना ही ये पॉल्यूशन हटाने की गारंटी, और ये देंगे काला धन वापस लाकर देने की गारंटी। वाह!
पर मैडम, Instagram.com तो देता है बेस्ट ट्रांसफर अमाउंट की गारंटी।
नो कमेंट।
अब बंद होगी इन सब की बोलती, क्योंकि Instagram.com देता है बेस्ट ट्रांसफर अमाउंट की गारंटी। साइन अप नाउ, यूज कोड अच्छे दिन 15।
The wonderful numbers for many of them. Rohit Sharma averaging 40, Virat Kohli averaging 62, Kedar Jadhav averaging 48. Shikhar Dhawan had that wonderful 100 in the last game. Been quite a few changes though right through the series, and possibly that hasn't helped. Pat Cummins, the new man in.
Talking about temperament. Goodness me, what a 12 months this man here is having. Pat Cummins, #1 test bowler in the world, highest wicket taker in this series. (13 wickets in this series. He's the best flat track bowler that I reckon that I've seen for Australia for some time. He bowls with such great heart. Such a big trier. You see the way he gets around the field when he hasn't got the ball in his hand. He rolls the fingers across it. He's got a good slower bouncer. He's got an explosive bouncer. He's the full package. He can swing the new ball. This is something he's worked really hard on as well, this cross-seam delivery that Jimmy Anderson started. Become his trademark. And, you know, we talk about Virat Kohli's intent with bat in hand. The masterful bowlers have intent in their eyes, intent in and purpose to their run-up. They explode through the crease. They want to be in the game.
away nicely. But Zampa will cover a lot of ground and restrict just to one.
And I think World Cups are all about your defensive efforts. Yeah, we admire batting, no question that you've got to get runs on the board, but defensively, it's the 5%ers, if you like, how fielders are operating inside the circle, out of the ring, the athletic ability, those little runs at the save, the catches taken, back-up bowling efforts, that's what wins World Cups.
It's a great point you make, Heidos, and every time it's all about positive intent and positive batting and the kind of wicket-taking ability, but more often than not, such things get undervalued, or people don't pay attention to the small things which need to be done. The 1%ers which add up to being big match-winning efforts.
Well, you know, when I sit behind the mic, I take the mickey out of you bowlers, but I actually love you, and I think it's a brilliant case in point that as these tournaments wear on, fair enough, I think batsmen kind of do their work getting into the playoffs, and they do the lion's share of creating pressure and setting the foundation. But at the back end, and this is where sides, you have a look at today, Australia had no hesitation to bat first. Why? Because runs on the board count, but fielding efforts to close out the match becomes so key in the big pressure moments.
Brilliant stop from Glenn Maxwell. 3 runs off that over. 149 for 6.
सर वो प्लेन की डील का क्या हुआ? सर तैमूर के बारे में आपकी क्या राय है? सर काला धन वापस?
अरे काला धन कहाँ से वापस लाएंगे जी? सब बोलने की बातें हैं। 15 लाख बोला था ना, कटा के 12 लाख भी वापस आ गए ना, मूछें मुड़वा लूंगा।
लेकिन सर हमारे अकाउंट में तो पूरे पैसे आ गए। Instagram.com से आए हैं ना, FX पर मार्जिन भी नहीं लगा और पैसे भी नहीं कटे।
सर आपके अकाउंट में पूरे पैसे आ चुके हैं।
मूछें कटेंगी पर पैसे नहीं। Instagram.com देता है 0 मार्जिन FX रेट ताकि आपको मिले मोर। साइन अप नाउ।
सर मूछें
चलो।
The 5th and final ODI of this Paytm series. Australia in the driver's seat. Won the toss, selected to bat at Ferozshah Kotla. 272 for 9. Looked like 320, 330 at one stage, but India in a horrible situation. 149 for 6.
The 150 comes up with that single. And Heidos is right. The scoreboard pressure in a knockout game will say put runs on the board. Even if it's a small total, the fact that the opposition has still got to get there makes a difference. And then of course if you get a score above par, like a 272 which the Australians got, and that partnership between Richardson and Cummins, that is what made the difference. Suddenly, from restricting Australia to say about 250, Australia had scored 22 more runs.
They right, put on 34 in 17 deliveries, them too.
And look, both of them also, they've got this real fight in them. I mean, of course they're going to have fight. They're playing international cricket, right? That's pretty much a given, but I think there's levels of fight as well. Jai Richardson, when you see him in and around the group training, he trains the house down. He's so fit, but he's also really committed. Pat Cummins as well, the fast bowling cartel, can no longer carry these athletes. They've got to be right up there with the best fielders as well. They've got to be multi-talented and diverse cricketers. And when I look at the India side, I think that's where Team India has made such vast improvements from yesteryear. Bhuvanesh Kumar, brilliant fielder, magnificent. Bumrah, same as well. And on our side of the fence, you've got these great athletes, Behrendorff and Cummins, etc., all contributing. End of the over, 151 for 6.
अरे विजू भैया, I scored 78. You transferred 79 rupees.
I transferred 78 only, Chiku, but Remit to India gave me a better exchange rate.
क्या बात है भैया.
Exchange rates guaranteed to make you smile every time you send money home.
Remit to India. Promises come home.
Yeah, lagging behind. The Indian were massively at the same stage. Australia were 178 for 3. So difference or a deficit of 27 runs is a lot. That too, and you have lost 3 more wickets. Talking about wickets, just have a look at them. The first one went to Pat Cummins, Shikhar Dhawan on the drive, a feather, and then trying to hit too hard Virat Kohli. That was the big one in a chase. This one was beautiful. A spinner's delight. Shankar thought that he had it, but it went the wrong way. Good catch. Adam Zampa has been the pick of the bowlers. In the middle overs, a wicket taker.
Well, that ball hurried on to Vijay Shankar. That's why instead of hitting it to mid-wicket, he hit it to the boundary. Well, that's what the extra pace can do. The straight boundaries are a little shorter, so the extra pace has got the ball to the boundary. You can't really set a field for that, can you?
Well, Sanjay Mandrake, in his modern take on the game, would like all those runs removed. those little inside edges that disappear down through third man and fine leg, because they're just genuine mistakes, really. They're rewarding mistakes.
The last 2 wickets to come, where Rohit Sharma tried to jump down the track, lost the grip on the bat, was stumped, and then this one, a beautiful piece of work from Alex Carey. Spun on Ravindra Jadeja, he lost his balance, just possibly a millimetre is what made the difference. Just to take the conversation back to a few overs ago, Edos, when you asked Sunny Bhai about some seniors helping Aaron Finch, and we always show the numbers, the number of games which the Australian players have played. Apart from Aaron Finch, there are not too many people who have played that many games. Possibly with Warner and Smith coming in, there is senior pack, but who are the others who can help Aaron with whatever is going around?
Well, that fella there, Maxwell, did a really good job. BBL would have been really disappointed with the way it finished, but right through that tournament did a good job, and I think it'll do him a world of good as well to get that leadership under his belt. Take responsibility for teammates, not just thinking about how it is that you can progress in your cricketing career and on your journey. Carey, I think, is another one, that's a good thinker of the game. Has to get the most out of his ability, because he's got that ability, but there's also challenge around his spot, not comfortable quite yet, so that rigour and energy can go into leading others, and he's done a wonderful job during this series, Carey. He's contributed with the bat all the time, been solid behind the stumps.
Will take the single, keep the strike, Kedar Jadhav. 7 runs of that 35th over, 158 for 6, and also time for some drinks.
अरे कौन देता है आजकल किसी भी चीज की गारंटी? ना आलू के भाव की गारंटी, ना पेट्रोल के भाव की गारंटी, ना रोटी कपड़ा मकान की गारंटी। और ये देखिए, ना ही ये पॉल्यूशन हटाने की गारंटी, और ये देंगे काला धन वापस लाकर देने की गारंटी। वाह!
पर मैडम, Instagram.com तो देता है बेस्ट ट्रांसफर अमाउंट की गारंटी।
नो कमेंट।
अब बंद होगी इन सब की बोलती, क्योंकि Instagram.com देता है बेस्ट ट्रांसफर अमाउंट की गारंटी। साइन अप नाउ, यूज कोड अच्छे दिन 15।
कहते हैं पापा कभी दोस्त नहीं बन सकते, बदल दिया। ऐसे प्यार की यहाँ कोई जगह नहीं, बदल दिया। और छोटे शहरों में स्टार्टअप नहीं खुल सकता, बदल दिया। हम तो बदल रहे हैं, और कहानियां उन्हें भी बदल देंगे। हॉटस्टार स्पेशल्स, कहानियां बदलेंगी।
रांची के टिकट कलेक्टर से लेके वर्ल्ड कप तक का सफर आपको पता है। धोनी, माही, एमएसडी, कैप्टन कूल, तलत, मेरा हर नाम, मेरी हर कहानी आपको पता है। पर एक कहानी है जो आपने अब तक नहीं सुनी। ये कहानी है जिद की।
Hotstar Specials presents Roar of the Lion 20 मार्च से।
वर्ल्ड का बेस्ट बॉलर? नहीं यार, अभी तो वर्ल्ड के बेस्ट बैट्समैन के डंडे उड़ाना बाकी है। आ रहा हूँ चीकू भैया, और इस बार आप मेरी टीम में भी नहीं रहेंगे।
चीकू भैया, मैं कैप्टन को स्लेज करेगा। चल, आखिर सीख ही गया तू। बस चीकू भैया से कोई उधारी एक्सपेक्ट मत करना।
Vivo IPL 23 मार्च से हॉटस्टार पर।
The Indian scorecard, Rohit Sharma 56 of 89. He needed to be there till the end, but lost his cool, ran down at Adam Zampa. Shikhar Dhawan went early. Kohli looked good before he tried to play a shot and tried to hit the ball too hard, was caught behind of Stoinis. Rishabh Pant in at number 4, 16 of 16 before got a beauty from Nathan Lyon. Vijay Shankar looked good too before playing a shot and losing his wicket. Kedar Jadhav unbeaten on 20. Jadeja was undone by a beautiful ball once again from that man Adam Zampa. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar 12 of 21 has been giving Kedar Jadhav some company. This partnership worth 26 of 37, but the Australian bowlers all very good in this decider. Cummins 1 for 23, but the man, the main wrecker-in-chief, 3 for 33 of 8 overs, Adam Zampa. Nathan Lyon 1 for 31, has bowled well as well. Into his 9th, Nathan. And I think, if I'm not wrong, all his 8 overs have been bowled with the mid-off up to the right-hander.
Come on, boys. Come on, Glenn.
Yes, that's a challenge thrown to the right-hander to try and hit him over the top or mid-off. He's getting a little bit of turn. Not too much, just a little.
Oh, get that, Zuba!
No running there. But a couple of dot balls can
Come on, boys. Come
make
on,
you think of going for a run which is non-existent.
Why is he so good, Karthik? In comparison to his peers of same generation, what's that look like?
I think we haven't seen too much of him in one-day cricket, and this is my personal gut feel that the more he plays, the more he will adapt to the one-day situation, because he tends to bowl in a very similar fashion as he bowls in Test match cricket. But the reason why he's so good in Test match cricket is that from a very young age, all the classical off-spinners and spinners are taught that you need to bowl the stock ball well. There's been a quick look at the fact that they went upstairs with the stumping decision.
But they're not really convinced, so they're pretty much in their fielding positions. Nobody's really interested. They think they know that the foot is grounded, foot is not up, foot is...
Foot wasn't up, foot was never up. Frivolous appeal. There should be some sort of punch in the arm for each player or something. We're wasting time.
Oh, it was the umpire who went up. You can say that. Punch to the umpire. You're no longer playing.
Coming back to what you were asking, Haidas, the thing which makes him so good, when we were talking about batsmen in the morning and you talked about the head, that it stays in one zone. Even for a spinner, there are certain aspects and certain characteristics which are required to be a top-class spinner. And Nathan Lyon has them all. His first ability is to have a repeatable, simple action, which he does. A strong action, where his legs are strong. So if you see his first over, will be as good as the 33rd or the 34th over when you're actually tiring. And I think that's a key to be a good spinner. And secondly, the basics do come into play. The way he releases the ball. The first thing we were taught as a young spinner was to bowl the stock delivery and master it. Everybody knows that Kapil Dev is an outswinger, but they still get out to the outswing. Similarly, if you're a leg spinner or a left arm spinner, people still get out to that same delivery in spite of knowing that you are a leg spinner. 161 for 6, more on that later.
सर वो प्लेन की डील का क्या हुआ सर तैमूर के बारे में आपकी क्या राय है सर काला धन वापस
अरे काला धन कहाँ से वापस लाएंगे जी सब बोलने की बातें हैं 15 लाख बोला था ना कट कटा के 12 लाख भी वापस आ गए ना मुझे मुड़वा लूंगा
लेकिन सर हमारे अकाउंट में तो पूरे पैसे आ गए Instagram.com से आए हैं ना FX पर मार्जिन भी नहीं लगा और पैसे भी नहीं कटे
सर आपके अकाउंट में पूरे पैसे आ चुके हैं
मुझे कटेंगी पर पैसे नहीं Instagram.com देता है 0 मार्जिन FX रेट ताकि आपको मिले मोर साइन अप नाउ
सर मुझे
चलो
Capital of India, and these pictures are coming from Luton's Delhi, a beautifully planned part of Delhi. What a lovely scenario or setting it is around the Rashtrapati Bhavan. Jai Richardson back into the attack. I was just talking about Nathan Lyon and the fact that the fast bowler is bowling, we get a lot of chance to talk about him. So the ability to bowl the stock delivery and master that stock delivery, and look at how simple and how classical his off spin action is. His load up is strong, and that hip drive is close to that front leg. It doesn't lag behind at the time. The back leg doesn't lag at the time of the release. And to have a strong core, and I keep saying this, many people don't get it. You actually bowl with your legs more than you bowl with your arms. If you have strong legs, strong core, you end up bowling a lot more overs with the same penetrativeness and strength which you generally don't get from other bowlers. They tire easily. They tire easily, and that effectiveness starts dropping.
The other element that we've discussed many times, Kartik, is the revolutions on the ball. That's something I'm fascinated about. Can you talk more about that element?
Yeah, and because of that strong mechanics which he has, he actually opens the doorknob at the top, and that's why he's got such a beautiful revolution. And getting the ball to drop, you see all these old classical spinners, the likes of Bishan Bedi, Arapalli Prasanna, the fact that they had that kind of an action, you actually feel like they were literally squeezing a lemon, and that's the kind of analogy I can give, and that's what he does at the top of his release point. Beautiful action coupled with the fact that he's got a great release point with the ball, and the hip drive gets the number of revolutions up.
Well, I've got an orchard at my place, Kartik. Perhaps you could come over and squeeze some of my lemons.
If you're going to be at the other end, no chance.
Also, you got a beehives as well. We could have lemon and honey tea. How does that sound? I love hearing you talk about it. You're so passionate about it. Sonny Boy and I talk all day about how good we were at the top of the order, trying to work it hard. We call ourselves the engine room, the 4, 5 and 6, the interior decorators, but you guys do the hard work, you know. So it's a hard game, spin bowling.
And that's one of the reasons when you see spin bowlers, they have shoulder surgeries more than anything else, because of the contortions which the shoulder goes through, which the body goes through, whereas fast bowlers have stress fractures and knee problems and stuff like that.
163 for 6. Nice doing commentary with you guys.
क्या बिजू भैया, give me time to remove my pads at least.
Promises are best delivered at the earliest, bro.
तू तो मेरे से भी तेज हो गया यार.
Immediate money transfer in just 3 clicks, so your promises always arrive on time.
Remit to India. Promises come home.
Is it the bio? These lights are lighting up on the road. Yeah, that one is, yeah. I don't know what it is, it keeps lighting all the time, it just lighting up.
been a fantastic effort from Australia. The 0-2 down in the series and coming back. Looks like they will win it 3-2. They've shown a lot of character. The required rate 8.57.
Yeah, it's going to give him a lot of confidence as well. It was the Test series in Australia. They lost.
Come on, Gaza.
Look at some of these figures.
Come on, lads. Come on, lads.
Nathan Lyon into his tent. 1 for 34. Cummins at the top. Richardson bowled well. All played their part through this series. The Australian team. It's not just been one player. They'll give him a bit of confidence. That Test series in Australia hurt a lot. India winning first time in 70 years. I think it 71.
Good work. Excellent stop. That catch was the call. It was hit really flat and hard. Ball just skidding off the surface. Aaron Finch, the fielder.
He got a good hand on it. Almost bounced over him.
Come on, Gary.
Not always the easiest. But yeah, I think it just gives them some confidence, and to be able to win the T20 series and then looking like this is going to be the case here as well.
Being modest to what, Richard?
You just never know. I mean, it's looking very promising, but I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Is at the end of the over. It's 163 for 6.
Viju bhaiya, one day I'll play for the Indian cricket team. Promise. Chico, from that day I'll give you a rupee for every run that you'll make. Pakka? Promise, man.
Viju bhaiya, you never forget your promise, huh?
Chico, even if you score 1,000,000 runs, I'll still keep my promise. Send any amount from anywhere to India in just 3 clicks.
Remit to India. Promises come home.
Look at those couple of dots under. It's after 28 overs. Australia right in front. Cummins has got the wicket, but Zampa, boy, every match he's got those wickets in the middle. India have dominated so much at home, especially in one-day series, that this is going to come as a shocker. The moment Australia in a winning position.
Where do you think this will sit with them coming or going into a World Cup with only one practice game? It's a good short ball. They scramble for the one. Two practice games leading into the World Cup. It makes it a little more difficult. I know it's a little time away now. A little time to reflect and move on from this series, but can make it a little difficult. Are they settled? They got what they wanted?
I think India's shortcomings have been very obvious in this series, especially in the last 3 games. And having realized that, it's important to work on it. Get the right man for the right job. Got 5 bowlers, was pretty good. But the 6th batsman will have to take the responsibility of getting the runs back. 270, 280. Good batting conditions. A little bit more commitment and discipline. There were some soft dismissals for India this evening.
It's got to be 4. Just wait for the umpire's signal here. Was that pad or leg buys? And they'll take that.
Take anything. Crowd still cheering.
Now this is a good bit of experience for Jai Richardson as well in this situation when nothing's really happening in the game. He's running in hard, he's charging in, he's trying to hit the wicket hard, or the pitch hard, should I say, and a little grunt. It's the crease. So it's a good learning curve for him as well. He's had a pretty good series, I think, for a young man, and I've been really impressed with him over probably 12 months or so, playing in WA, back in Australia for his domestic team. Look at some of his figures. He's got 3 in Ranchi and Mohali. Went for a few in that Mohali match, but I'm being stared at right now.
Thanks, Mitch, for all that, because that's going to be the perfect preamble to your Australian World Cup 11 for that first game that you're going to announce for us. 169 for 6.
कहते हैं पापा कभी दोस्त नहीं बन सकते, बदल दिया। ऐसे प्यार की यहाँ कोई जगह नहीं, बदल दिया। और छोटे शहरों में स्टार्टअप नहीं खुल सकता, बदल दिया। हम तो बदल रहे हैं, और कहानियां उन्हें भी बदल देंगे। हॉटस्टार स्पेशल्स, कहानियां बदलेंगी।
11 overs left, required rate 9.45. Kedar Jadhav, the recognized the only recognized batsman out there, 22 of 38. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, 16 of 30. That's a good shot. That's a screamer for 4.
Absolutely fantastic against the spinners. Bowled at 95.3, flat. Despite that, he's so very quick on his feet. Kedar Jadhav gets to the pitch of the ball and smashes it. All those Indian batsmen who can play the sweep shot. There are not too many Indian batsmen who play the sweep shot. We saw how productive it can be when Peter Handscomb batted this afternoon against the spinners. Change in field, deep point comes in, but off goes to long off.
That's interesting. That will maybe just challenge Kedar Jadhav. Plays the lofted extra cover drive superbly. Now the length, or rather the line as well, has changed. So, Mr. Johnson, I'd like to inform you that David Warner and Steve Smith are fit and are available for selection. So here, let's hear your. You want the playing 11 or you want the squad? Playing 11.
Too hard
Let's
for me
make
to
it
think
tougher.
playing
Playing
11. Well, I've got those two in there. Smith, Warner, they're back in. Warner up the top. Khawaja or Finch. Warner. Finch, Warner, Khawaja. There's 3. Oh. Kabaddi. Actually had a go at that last year. Kabaddi, yeah. It was good fun.
What do you think of that?
He's just got to grab onto that foot and let go. He's got to hang on. And Maxwell. Look at that sportsmanship there.
So Khawaja at 3.
Yes. Khawaja at 3. Well, that's the tough thing. That's why I can't do my 11. Because I think Stoinis is in there, Handscomb's in there.
Yeah, there you go. This is what he's so good at. Australia just in the field, nobody deep on the offside square. And that's where he's gone. 178 for 6.
Bhuvaneshwar Kumar just opening the piece, the bat played with the piece and the angle created by Glenn Maxwell. The required rate 9.5.
There's one thing for sure with Mitchell Johnson as selector, the selection meetings are going to be very long. It's taken him, well, at least 1 over's gone and it's still named only 5.
Well, it was Glenn Maxwell that was on. He races through. I think it took him 2.5 minutes. And that's why I'm not the selector. Give me a bit more time as we see the last power play 3.
Now is your time. Now is your time.
Yeah, we'll probably take another over or 2 to get through this, but I've got Stoinis Hanscom as the wicketkeeper. I left out Carey, but I've been really impressed with him this series. And bowlers will be Pat Cummins, Mitchell Stark, Zampa. I've got Richardson in there as well.
Much needed. Productive over the last one with Maxwell getting into the attack. Indian batsmen both Kedar Jadhav and Bhuvanesh Kumar that time being proactive. Now with the last ball of the previous over.
Come on, Zoba. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
It's been really good. Adam Zampa, probably the difference between the two sides.
Lovely Zam,
Chahal not playing all
lovely
the games. Zampa playing all the games and getting important wickets.
Well, he could have been a bit of a difference, I think, Charles. The way he bowls, he's very good. Yeah, getting up, getting loud. Want something to happen. He could have been a bit of a difference as well. I think he's bowled so well. We've gone through this over the last few matches, and I think we all agree that he's played so well. Probably would have liked to have seen him with some consistent game time out there.
And I think what India has also come to learn is about Jadeja, the batsman. They keep playing him because he's got that added strength to his 50 overs cricket. In the field is lightning, he'll get to the odd run out, but the batting has not really come good for Jadeja for a while.
To be fair in saying that he bats much better in Test match cricket than one day international.
Come on, Adam. Come on,
This is
Zoba.
not quite as great when he's playing white ball cricket. I think he's now a very confident and very secure Test cricketer. It's interesting the way his career started off. I like the way Bhuvanesh Kumar has put his head down and is looking to just play a long innings. So far so good. The other batsmen are trying to just release pressure by playing the big shots. India just needs somebody to bat through the innings. It seems that Bhuvanesh Kumar has taken it upon himself to do that job. Required rate now 10. 50 runs partnership this. Every run being cheered by the crowd here. It's 182 for 6.
रांची के टिकट कलेक्टर से लेके वर्ल्ड कप तक का सफर आपको पता है। धोनी, माही, एमएसडी, कैप्टन कूल, तलत, मेरा हर नाम, मेरी हर कहानी आपको पता है। पर एक कहानी है जो आपने अब तक नहीं सुनी। ये कहानी है जिद की।
Hotstar Specials presents Roar of the Lion, 20 March से।
With the wickets lost, that was always going to be something that we're concerned about. So Maxwell now is bowled 5, all set to bowl his 6th. So they are taking care of the Stoinis overs. He's just bowled 3, so that's smart thinking from Australia. While on top, the pitch conducive to spin. It tells you how they think of Stoinis as a player. They think of him more as a batsman who can bowl a bit. Virat Kohli and Ravi Shastri really involved in a very sort of intense discussion. Get a single. You've got to feel for them. They're looking at various options. The number 4, 5, everyone's come in and not really grabbed the opportunity with both hands. Today as well, Shankar Pant missing out.
Come on, Glenn. Come on, Glenn.
Virat Kohli did make a statement, I think, during the West Indies series. But the ride was most likely to be the number 4. Gorgeous striking this. He's a little man, but he can play those big shots. Kedar Jadhav. And he's still staying positive in the game.
It's a great strike. Jadhav, he can hit it. The ball was there. Maxwell just getting a little full. Tell you what, this partnership has given hope. Army fans here. It really has livened things up, and might just start to worry Australia a little bit if they get a little closer towards the back end and these wickets still in hand.
I think it's done. Put your selection on hold for a while.
That's well done. Really nice to see a batsman after a 6 doing the Virat Kohli thing. The next ball he was looking for a single and then converted that into 2.
Is that fielding now? I think Zampa should have left that one for Richardson, who was coming in on the ball. He was attacking. He had the straight line speed. He would have been able to pick that up, throw it in a little quicker, where Zampa had to stop and then rotate. Just took a little bit more time. It's those little things. It's getting loud out there. Maybe they can't hear the call.
These are the benefits that you get when you're playing in front of a home crowd. Few have left, but the rest that have stayed back, and they're cheering India right along. They haven't lost hope. Every run being cheered. It's very noisy out here. So they're pinning their hopes on Kedar Jadhav. It's 191 for 6.
When there are no fans, no cameras, or dialogues, what are the superstars up to?
So this is the sword that Katappa killed Bahubali with.
I remember spending 3 hours painting this wall. All the art in my home is family art.
Get an all-access pass to your favorite celebrity homes. Design HQ.
Now streaming on Hotstar.
Just after that 6, the required rate had come down under 10. Start of this over, 10.25. The asking run rate. Oh, he's been brilliant. Young Adam Zampa, 3 for 37 at this stage. Good stop. Saved a couple of runs, I guess.
The point I want to make is that these fans that have gone home will be missing out on something very special here. If India are to get to the last couple of overs with 4 wickets still in hand, some really good hitting going on here. Just feel like there's nothing to lose. Australia let the foot off.
The fans have stayed back as well, may have the same attitude. They're also saying nothing to lose. We have sort of resigned to the fate that India might lose this game, but might as well hang around. Who knows?
Just start on a full toss. Sometimes the batsman is focusing to his link deliveries. They're trying to get the elevation, look for the big shot. Kedar Jadhav was surprised by a foot pitch delivery. Need a big shot. Just the 2 runs of 3 deliveries from Adam Zampa.
Come on, Adam! Come on, Adam!
Another special performance from the leg spinner.
Gone cross-batted, and it's gone a long way. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar shows the same attitude while batting as it does when he's bowling. Never say die, spirit. Batting on 30 now, 41.
Terrific shot this, gets his front leg out of the way. Adam Zampa gets the ball to drift into the pads of the right-handers. He clears his front leg, and that's the reason why he's able to play the shot.
Now that ball was exactly the ball that Vijay Shankar got out to. He was trying to hit a 6, and this one he just tapped along the ground for a single.
And that brings up the 200 as well. That was a great shot. The 6, and Zampa went the same delivery, like you're saying, Sanjay, and he was able to just play the single, which is smart cricket. 9 off the over so far on the ball to come.
I like Kedar Jadhav's attitude as well. 200 for 6.
माही भाई ना गुरु के समान, लेकिन इस बारी उनकी टीम पे मैं ऐसा बरसूंगा कि कैप्टन कूल नहीं रहेंगे। माही भाई गेम दिखाने आ रहा हूँ।
जब मैं मैदान में उतरा था
तो ऐसे ही सोचता था। आजा ऋषभ, विकेट के पीछे तो मैं ही रहूंगा। गेम दिखा, नेम बना।
Vivo IPL 23 मार्च से हॉटस्टार पर।
Sense of urgency in the last 3 overs, but with the required rate close to 10.5, they'll need one massive 6 every over or a couple of boundaries. Both batsmen well set. A little bit of a chat. Batsman Bhuvaneshwar Kumar and Kedar Jadhav having a chat with Nandan between overs. The two spinners have completed. Nathan Lyon and Adam Zampa have bowled the full quota of 10 overs.
Guess they're just trying to figure out who's to come. Cummins got 3, Richardson 3. I think Stoinis might be bowling
One
that
over
as well. I think
between
he'll be bowling
Stoinis and
one.
Maxwell. 1 over they have to make up.
Excellent field placement there from Australia. So many runs scored in that area today. They've got that guy very fine. Not worried about the boundary that tends to go square on the third man. So that gentleman there is very fine.
He's been in a pretty fine position throughout this whole match and stopped a lot. Had to get it really, really fine and take the risk. He's coming. I think Cummins will be bowling it into the wicket here again. Cross seams. He's got a little full up.
Also the fielder at third man could be his shortest boundary. One of the reasons why they're having him very fine. Bumrah conceded a lot of runs in that area. You see there 55 meters. The shortest part of the ground, that's why they have him fine. If it goes square, he has a little bit more ground to cover.
It's a fine point you've made. Yes.
Thank you, Sanjay.
Bhuvi trying to wield the long hand with this partnership, keeping India's hopes alive. They've got 70 of 90 balls.
It's been a confident partnership by these two. 7-wicket partnership. It's been needed and done exceptionally well so far. Just going to keep their cool, keep still at the crease, play the ball on its merits. Australia under pressure now.
Die-hard fans who don't miss a single game that India plays would remember 24th August 2017 at Palakkale when Sri Lanka got 236 for 8. India in the run chase were 131 for 7. Out of the game almost, reached 231 for 7. Thanks to Dhoni 45 not out and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, the man out there, 53 not out. Kedar Jadhav just happy ticking off singles at the moment. 6 overs left in the innings. 204 for 6.
ये भूमि है जोश की, यहाँ रोज बनता बिगड़ता है इतिहास,
लेकिन एक कड़ी है जो हमें जोड़े रखती है।
यहाँ हर पल जन्म लेती है कहानियाँ।
यहाँ का इतिहास लंबा है और कहानियाँ भी कई।
अलग रंग, अलग खुशबू, अलग स्वाद और एक अनोखा इतिहास।
Now streaming on Hotstar.
It's been a good partnership this, but there's some distance to go still. 69 needed of 6. They need big shots from both sides now. What they've done is by taking it deep,
They've kept it alive. You need to fan the flames. It's still there. Now Jai Richardson. 7 overs for 34 so far. How late can you pull out? You suddenly heard Kedar Jadhav go, sorry.
He's pulled out very late, didn't he? There was some sort of sign on the backdrop. Won't see it from that angle, but it's very definite that he pulls out. Good courage as well. If it was straight at him, he could have been in a bit of trouble.
Just a single. What the single is doing is it's keeping the crowd alive, but it's not denting the required rate, which is what India need to do at this stage. They need to dent that required run rate quickly. It's 11.66. To put things in perspective, this partnership was put on 73 of 93. They need 68 of 35.
And that'll be a real reminder to the batsmen that are sitting in the hutch as well, that perhaps got out to shots that weren't so intelligent. They're always closer than what you think. And that's a magnificent strike. He's lighted up Bhuvanesh Kumar. He's been patient. He's only got a strike rate of 83, but this is where it counts. This is a terrific blow.
I think he picked the slow one quickly. There was just 111, it was short. Set himself up. He's probably telling himself, yeah, I bowl a few of these myself. But this is the reinvention a little bit of Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, the batsman, playing the big hits.
He's capable with the bat. We saw that in Sri Lanka in a precarious situation. Him with Dhoni, he got 53 not out to take India to a very good position. Played Akila Dhananjay really well. Definitely can bat Bhuvaneshwar Kumar.
Yeah, now just low to his left. In that game though, the run rate wasn't, there was no pressure of run rate because India had got off to a great start, 100 plus. So the run rate wasn't an issue. He just had to bat alongside Dhoni. Today the run rate's 11.3, the required rate. Take the single, it's well played. 8 of the over so far, 2 to play.
He's backing himself as well. Bhuvanesh Kumar. That was an important signal. Sometimes the sixes we remember, but the singles count. Gets Jadhav back on strike. Maybe a little bit of dew there as well. We see Skipper just rubbing the ball into his jumper. Trying to take a bit of moisture out of it. Dr. Dew may have arrived.
Well, Bhuvaneshwar decided there was a single. Crossed over quite quickly.
He's really backing himself here as well, Jai Richardson. He's bashing it into the wicket, good slower ones. His only mistake for Bhuvanesh Kumar was it got a little bit wide. Started it outside off stump, but it stayed outside off stump. It didn't actually turn into the body. It gave him a little bit too much room. That line that he's bowled the last couple of deliveries has been spot on.
They'll take the run as well. Kedar Jadhav gets home. 9 runs, 10 runs of the over. It's 214 for 6.
कहते हैं पापा कभी दोस्त नहीं बन सकते, बदल दिया। ऐसे प्यार की यहां कोई जगह नहीं, बदल दिया। और छोटे शहरों में स्टार्टअप नहीं खुल सकता, बदल दिया। हम तो बदल रहे हैं और कहानियां उन्हें भी बदल देंगे। हॉटस्टार स्पेशल्स, कहानियां बदलेंगी।
Quite happy to keep strike here, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. 41 of 50, Kedar Jadhav 41 of 54. All the fielders in the boundary in square positions. Oh, that's fine enough. You can have your third man as fine as possible. You're not stopping that one. Use the pace of the bowler.
There with the field set, you knew exactly what was coming at him. Mid on, mid off, up. As a fast bowler, you know there's nothing in your arc, in your zone. Backed away and stealthy work from Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Finer than that fine third man.
Irrespective of where this innings goes, where it ends, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar has said when the going gets tough, count my bat in. Wide. So over started well for India this. Still a long way away, but India hanging in there and showing character.
The post 10 overs, you could have heard a pin drop here at the Kotler. All of a sudden, with a couple of boundaries as the game draws to a conclusion, 54 runs, 29 balls. Crowd's got a glimmer of hope. Suddenly that buzz, that energy, that hope.
Yeah, it's at the stage of the match where a single is available when you want it, because Australia are not going to be hurt by singles, so they'll spread everybody out right on the edge of the 30-yard circle. The last ball of the previous over, Kedar Jadhav would have been out, I think. Not by a lot, but it doesn't matter by how much.
Yeah, he's gone. Absolutely an inch, I reckon. Gone. With really good work as well. Very good competitor. Jai Richardson, he wanted it. He almost got it.
Now they're going to look for two. Kedar Jadhav is running and getting there. So they're getting the scoreboard moving here, just keeping everybody interested a little bit. 51 now needed of 27. At some point they'll need a big over. This is 8 from 3.
Slight misfield when they were going for the second. Not that it would have resulted in a run out. As you rightly said, it does could be some dew there.
That asking rate is 11.3. They've got 9 from 4 balls. Get 3 of the next 2. They've got par for the over. That's the first objective.
Yeah, which Australia won't mind. What they don't want is, like we saw in the last match, an over, like a 19 over. A big beyond par type over. So he just closed this out here, Pat Cummins. He would have done his job. I suppose he's really telegraphing what his intentions are, though. Hard, fast into the wicket.
Australia need to get 1 over out of Marcus Stoinis, I think. I don't see them going back to Glenn Maxwell at this stage. So 1 over out of Marcus Stoinis. You don't want to look at those if you're an India fan. Kuldeep Yadav can hang around, but that stage is long gone, the hang around stage. Oh, it's up in the air, backpedaling, should be taking it. Aaron Finch drops nothing in that area, and so Australia have the breakthrough. You needed to take the chance with the shot. It didn't come off, but well played. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, wonderful innings, 46 of 54. As I said a little while ago, when the going gets tense, he's saying my bat's in there.
Yeah, it was for the taking. The ball was there, the idea was right, because all he had to do was chip it over mid-off and mid-on. That's exactly what he wanted to do. But just the timing sometimes doesn't come off. And a happy chappy is Pat Cummins' wicket at the right time. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar goes for 46. It's 223 for 7.
रांची के टिकट कलेक्टर से लेके वर्ल्ड कप तक का सफर आपको पता है। धोनी, माही, एमएसडी, कैप्टन कूल, तलर, मेरा हर नाम, मेरी हर कहानी आपको पता है। पर एक कहानी है जो आपने अब तक नहीं सुनी। ये कहानी है जिद की।
Star Specials presents Roar of the Lion. Be smart se.
India have sent out the more powerful hitter in Mohammad Shami rather than the nudger in Kuldeep Yadav. But 4 overs left, 50 to get. Jai Richardson with his 9th. Goes with the shot, the fielder is there. The catch is taken. He had no choice really, Kedar Jadhav. He had to keep playing the shots. This time he finds Maxwell, who's made a good little run to make that catch look easy.